What is going on, y'all? Site Perspectives, GeoFucks here. And we're gonna do a little self-care today. Gonna get a haircut. I actually remembered to do it this time. It's been 2 weeks. So I try to get a haircut. Well, I'm supposed to be getting a haircut twice a month, okay? Every 2 weeks. But I ended up going 5 weeks without a haircut the previous time because I forgot and then got busy and then, yeah. So self-care is something that I do my best at, trying to adhere to and get better with. And it's something that I pretty much set almost like a client action plan, basically, but for my mental health with my therapist. So going to therapy and practicing self-care. And self-care for me and in general is in various different ways. Self-care is getting 8 hours of sleep, or getting enough sleep that you are getting your rest and you're well plenished. Self-care is setting boundaries with yourself and with others. You know what I mean? Self-care is taking a nice shower, buying you a different body wash. It's things of that nature that may seem small and minute, but end up bringing so much more value to your everyday life. And I think a lot of us underestimate the value that, these small things bring to our lives. And it got me thinking about what we're about to talk about. You notice, those of us that are on this self-care healing journey and you're healing and unlearning toxic, ideologies and behaviors, you're learning healthy coping mechanism, healthy boundaries, learning how to speak up for yourself. You're setting and establishing boundaries. You're going through all of this. This is like a learning curve for a lot of us because we didn't grow up in those types of environments, households, family units, family structures, what have you, communities, what have you. And I personally feel guilty when I do say no or set a boundary up sometimes, because I'm so used to being a people pleaser. I'm so used to sacrificing my own well-being and needs for others. I'm so used to being second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th place in my own life. I'm so used to playing second, third fiddle and basically riding in the back seat and putting others ahead of me, whether that's family members, friends, complete strangers, jobs, you name it, to the point where, I've been on the self-care journey for four years, y'all. It's August 2022. It's been 4 years for me, baby. I got a little over 2 months until I turned 30. Basically, I got I have 9.5 weeks, basically, until I turn 30. And as I'm setting boundaries, reestablishing boundaries, and I do make mistakes. I'm not perfect. I do not claim to be perfect because I'm not. I don't claim to have all the answers. I don't claim to know everything because I don't. I'm constantly learning and unlearning every single day. Life is a teacher, and that's for real. You have so many lessons while you're here. And I'm realizing as a recovering people pleaser, it's okay to say, hey, I'm not available. I don't have the free time to do it. I can't. You can't be that go-to person for everybody in your life 24/7, 365. It's not realistic. And when you behave that way, you basically end up overextending yourself. And a lot of times you'll overextend yourself and then get mad at people and, you know, start holding grudges and having all this animosity and resentment towards people when it's, I mean, in my opinion, it's your fault because you're the one that keeps saying yes, 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 yes. Can you help me do this? Yes. Can you take me here? Yes. Can I borrow this? Yes. You're the one that keeps putting yourself in those situations. If you would learn how to say no and realize that it's not your responsibility, you wouldn't be in those situations. I have to realize that every single day. And over the past 4 years, I've been saying no, N-O, a lot more than I've ever done prior to 2018. And also learning that I don't have to feel guilty because I can't do something or help somebody, or, you know what I mean? I don't have to feel bad for recognizing that I'm tired, I'm overwhelmed, I don't have the time, I don't have the energy, I don't have the resources. I don't have to feel bad about it. You know, now if I'm able to help you and I have the energy and the resources and the emotional capacity and bandwidth to do it, I'm going to do it. If I can't do it, I'm going to let you know, hey, I can't. If I'm able to link you to additional resources or someone who can provide you with that service, I will. But it's just something to me, it's very empowering to know that it's okay to say no. You know, it's okay to say no. And you're honoring yourself when you sit down and think about it when you say no. Because you're not going to be overextending yourself. That's another thing. You know, when I look back at my previous life, I was always like running from pillar to post for everybody. And then I would get angry and be like, well, damn, all y'all do is use me, and y'all only hit me up when you want something. And, you know, when I need something, I can't call on you. And while, you know, I was being basically used like a mule and literally being used and taking advantage of, I also take responsibility in all of this because I was allowing people to use me. I was putting myself in situations to run pillar to post and then doing for others who would never do for me. Again, as you get older, it becomes more and more apparent that if it's not reciprocated, I don't have time anymore for these one-sided situations. Now, granted, obviously there's going to be situations where people physically cannot do certain things that you can do, or financially, or what, you know, their age or their mental capacity, their physical capacity, their financial capacity. You know, obviously every single relationship or situation or transaction is not going to be transactional isn't going to be reciprocated, right? And I think a lot of us need to get real with that, because a lot of people will sit up, you know, and take it to the extreme, and it's like every situation is not going to be that. And I think people need to understand that, but then also understand if you're constantly seeing yourself overextending yourself, tired out, feeling like people are using you, stressed out, holding resentment and animosity against people that you decided to help. Keep in mind, you're making these decisions yourself. Nobody's forcing you. In those types of situations, you have to be able to take accountability and recognize, hey, maybe I need to step back. Maybe I'm overextending myself. Maybe I'm tapping into a lot of people pleasing right now. And, you know, you need to get help. If you want it for yourself, you need to get help. And that's the best way to put it, because a lot of people do that. And I'm just like, I was doing that. And I still have moments where I have to pull myself back because I'm starting to get that animosity, starting to get that resentment, starting to get triggered. Let me pull back, because 9 times out of 10, yes, you may be being used and abused and treated like shit by other people and taken advantage of. This is very true. I'm not trying to invalidate your feelings or your lived reality, but I'm also recognizing that sometimes we play active participants Sometimes we are active participants in our own problems, and a lot of us need to also be able to recognize that, acknowledge it, and do something about it. Instead of constantly complaining about stuff and doing nothing about it, right? So I just wanted to make a quick video about that, and I'm about to get my hair cut. And yeah, y'all be safe, get vaccinated, monkeypox, get tested, monkeypox, get vaccinated, COVID, get tested, COVID, wear your mask, hand sanitizer, water, soap, bleach, disinfect. If you can, get you some gloves, because you know monkeypox spreads from skin to skin contact. So you touching a doorknob, you know, to open up a door after somebody with monkeypox just touched it can potentially give you monkeypox. So be careful. And a video on monkeypox will be coming out soon, and I'm out.